Greetings of peace and love, family. Welcome to the Now Church. This is Ras Bear I with you once again. And this episode is White Fear and Racism Are Alive and Unwell in America. Can anyone disagree that generally speaking, people of European descent are more materialistic, disrespectful, and selfish as a group than any other group? World history supports this position, and the continued events of daily life in the United States certainly do. Let's take just 3 recent cases. Ahmaud Arbery, after stopping to explore a house under construction, continued his jog and was harassed by 2 armed white men and gunned down like a dog in the street in Brunswick, Georgia this past February. In North Carolina, a black mother and her son, Dameon Shephard, were terrorized by a white armed mob all of a sudden on the evening of May 3rd around 10:15 p.m. The mob tried to enter their house by force. A black EMT, Breonna Taylor, was shot and killed from the blind firing by 3 officers at the wrong house on a botched warrant on March 13th in Louisville, Kentucky. The suspects in Ahmaud's death were only arrested because some video of it leaked months later. In the case of the Shephard's home, the ringleader, an officer from a different jurisdiction, has not yet been arrested, but has been fired. No justice has yet been done in the Breonna Taylor case either. Much of the blame must be placed on Western Christianity, especially American Christianity, for this continued disrespect and dehumanization. American Christianity is mainly a pro-white institution that propagates a white image of God and Jesus Christ. It was historically complicit in the enslavement of Africans in the U.S. for hundreds of years, and even today, American evangelicals are giving unstinting support to a bigoted deplorable who continued calling for the Central Park 5, black and Latino youth, to be executed even after they were exonerated. Europeans have proven to be the group most alienated from nature and from spirituality of all the groups on earth. They are operating from a deeply suppressed fear. Now, that is not to say that all white people are materialistic and racist, or that all non-whites are loving and generous people. As the Nyabingi Order of Rastafari says in their guidelines, death to black and white oppressors. And they direct energy towards that aim by their drumming and chanting, not by use of weapons of violence. It is my conviction that the 3 main groups of humanity have general specializations. The Africans is spiritual connectivity, ritual, culture, inspirational music and art, spiritual wisdom. The Asians is mastery of the physical body, the control of the inner organs, the energy flow, and channels and connections within it. Yoga postures, Tai Chi, and martial arts. The Europeans is manipulation of the objective material world, technological invention. Therefore, like Bob Marley said, Africans must get into spiritual fitness, unite, and give the other families of earth the guidance from Jah, and then the world can run in harmony. Even in our out-of-shape state, Africans are the major influence in popular culture, such as rap music, hip-hop culture, fashion, and popular sports globally. Our hope is in following the teachings of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia. Once righteous Africans unite and defend our rights, the world will take note, and the righteous of all races will lend a hand to bring a just world for us all. Jah Rastafari is love, and for that very reason He will judge and condemn those who persist in treating others unfairly or as subhuman, as countries in Arabia are doing to this day, where slavery is alive and well under the guise of Islam. He said to the Belgrade Conference in 1961, "Let us take pride in the fact that we attack and abhor racial discrimination on principle wherever it is found and in whatever guise. We can, in addition to the economic pressure of which we dispose, bring our moral weight to bear and rally world opinion to our cause by revealing the brutality, the inhumanity, the inherent viciousness and evil represented by this policy." Then, in his last address to the United Nations in 1968, he asked international leaders to join him in declaring war on the apartheid regime in South Africa at the time. He said, "I strongly believe that this commemorative session cannot do less than rekindle the flame of liberty in these oppressed peoples by adopting a declaration of war against their oppressors." So even though I and I strive for Africa for the Africans at home and abroad, I want, along with Jah, to see a vast multitude of all nations and races living in love and justice on this earth of ours. Yes, indeed, Jah Rastafari wants us in respectful freedom and prosperity. One love and justice, family. Rastafari liveth and reigneth.